Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Anshula and you are watching a Memphis bookstore vlog. I don't know how many bookstores I'll get to visit in Memphis this weekend, but I want to try and visit at least one. So today we are heading to a Novel, which is a novel bookstore. That was a pun that you probably didn't want to hear, but that's okay. So this is going to be a bookstore haul vlog, maybe. I believe this is the top rated bookstore in Memphis. It has 5 stars, so let's go check it out. I just don't understand why you would give a bookstore anything less than 5 stars anyways, because they all have books. So I mean, but anyways, it has 5 stars and I want to see why. And so yeah, let's go check it out.
You say you're fine, but I can see right through. You're holding your secrets for way too long. This can't keep going on. With every lie, getting away with everything they do. This can't keep going on. No, we're gonna find them, and I'm gonna fight for you. They better start hiding. We'll be running with the lions, lions. We'll be running with the lions, lions. They can't run, they can't hide. We won't stop until they're down. We'll be running with the lions, lions. Tell me, 'cause I'm looking out for you. This can't keep going on.
I just finished visiting a novel bookstore and it definitely warrants that 5-star rating. It is such an amazing bookstore. It's huge. I was not expecting it to be that big, but there's actually like an entire restaurant in it. In a lot of ways, it reminded me of a Barnes & Noble kitchen, but done right. It was really cool. It's actually a book bar, 1 floor, and laid out in a way that's really aesthetically pleasing, but also extremely practical. So it's very easy to find all the books that you want. Although the fiction section was kind of like cubbyholed into different areas, I did love 3 things in particular about this bookstore. 1, the staff picks. So they had multiple stands where they just had staff picks, and each staff person kind of had a different taste. But if you had a similar taste and you read one of those books, you might like the other books that were on those stands because they were kind of similar, and I thought that was something really cool that they did. Of course, I love when any bookstore has the little sticky notes by the spines of the book where it says like what the staff loved about the book. I always love when they write little blurbs because it makes the whole indie book experience feel so much more personal, and I'm a sucker for that. I also really liked, this is something that I don't see a lot of bookstores do, but the entire young adult section was against one wall. And I think I really like this in particular because young adult has a lot of really large series. It's much easier to kind of pick out what you want when the whole series are together, because in a lot of the bookstores, at least where I live, the series are split apart by the different covers, and I like that they didn't do that. So the Mortal Instrument, one of the cover styles, they were all put together in a row, and then the other cover style was all put together in a row. And I really like that they did that, because then you can just kind of purchase the whole set without having to find it across the individual shelves. It made it really easy, and I really appreciated that. I like that they had a bargain book section, which means it is time for a little book haul. I don't know how I'm gonna do the book haul. Maybe I'm just gonna, okay, yeah. So, sorry, like dying because I bought too many books. But this is the bag. It comes in, I don't know if you can see me. I think the bag's covering my face. That's okay. It comes in this little like novel bag. So the first book that it gets caught in there. Okay, so the first book that I got was Jane Austen cover to cover, and I got this because it was $6 for a coffee table book, which is ridiculously cheap for a coffee table book, and it was about one of my favorite authors of all time. If you guys watch my channel, you know that I really love Jane Austen so much. She's one of my all-time favorite authors. My favorite book is Emma, by the way, and I know that's a controversial opinion because everyone loves Pride and Prejudice more, but I'm Emma all the way. Anyway, so this book actually takes you through the publishing history of Jane Austen books and how they've evolved over time in terms of the covers, and I thought that was really, really interesting. Like, as the times changed, so did the covers of Jane Austen books, and I think that's really cool that there's a whole book dedicated to showcasing that, because that's just the kind of thing I need in my life. So the next book, I got this solely because I remember hearing about this book, Geekerella, and I remember it being a fangirl twist on Cinderella is what I think. I think I watched Christine from Poland Banana Books she was in the trailer, I believe, for this book, the book trailer. I think she was. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I think I remember watching this a really long time ago. If she wasn't in the trailer, maybe she was in some other trailer. I don't want to be weird, but it just seems like a kind of cutesy novel for when I'm in the mood for something kind of light and fluffy, and it seems like a light and fluffy novel. It's called Costalegre, and it is a resort in the Mexican jungle, and this takes place during World War II, and it's basically about preserving art and a young 15-year-old girl's journey through this time. And I think a lot of like World War II era novels take place in Europe and kind of what's going on in Europe, especially for YA novels. So I thought this was just such an interesting perspective of someone in Mexico during World War II, because I don't really know what went on during that time. So I think it's a really cool historical fiction piece, and I'm so excited to read this one. Very anticipated read for me, now that I have it and I know that it exists, and I'm so glad I know it exists on this planet. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys, I'll see you next time. Love from Memphis.